Trees are all around us. Your stores, in parks, even near your house. You've most definitely seen them. And these trees play an important role in the environment as they reduce climate change, store CO2, etc. However, just in 2023, the world lost 3.7 hectaacres worth of trees just from rainforests alone. And these trees that were cut down released 6% of the total CO2 emissions for that year. And that helped contribute to climate change, greenhouse effect, and the loss of habitat for animals. I've researched this topic for many years, been in classes for it, and I've even volunteered to go help clean up trash. And there are many negatives to deforestation. And I will first start with how it affects climate change. Afterwards will be habitat destruction, and finally the causing of human and animal conflicts. So now we will begin with climate change. And climate change has been caused by many different things, but deforestation is a major contributor to that. Since trees hold in carbon dioxide and produce oxygen, they act as CO2 storages, which is carbon dioxide. And when they get cut down, it releases CO2 into the atmosphere. And some tropical forests can hold up to 228 gigatons of carbon, which would not be good if released. Now that we've talked about deforestation and how it affects the climate, let's talk about habitat destruction. And habitat destruction is one of the consequences of deforestation. Since many animal species live in forests, such as deer, squirrels, birds, the process of cutting down trees puts them out of a home, and even some animal species have been caused to go extinct because of it, such as the passenger pigeon. Now that we discussed about how deforestation causes habitat destruction in the sea, let's talk about how it affects us. Since deforestation can cause animals and humans to interact with each other, but not in a good way. Because since we're putting them out of their homes, we're basically taking away their home, their way of life, and their food. And since animals have no home and no food left, they will go and pretty much rely on us for their food in a way. Since this will lead to animals going after human crops and human livestock, which is not good for us. Now that we've covered what happens due to deforestation, you should have a grasp on the consequences. Today we have learned that deforestation has many negatives on the environment. Not only does it contribute to climate change, it also causes habitat loss for animals, which also causes those animals to negatively impact us. Deforestation is an act that humans cause to the environment, whether it be through burning forests or cutting them down for wood, which harms both humans and animals alike. So when you see another forest being cut down to make another neighborhood, another house, another building, just remember what some of those consequences might happen because of that.